and increase my margin.
Exactly, but this is the critical factor that everybody has to know in any product-based business. That at the beginning, you can't, if you don't have a lot of money and a sugar daddy or a lot of capital coming in, this is critical, big loans. And this is any product, it's not just apparel. It takes time because you can't just buy too much. You can't buy enough at the beginning. You can't afford to buy enough at the beginning where your margins are where they should be. Your margins come with volume, like you said.
What we have is we have a small amount of boutiques that we ship to.
Yes.
We don't have 50-something accounts yet, so we don't have the volume. But the way we look at it is we get a boutique that places an order and we're like, how can we maximize this?
Yes.
Because there's a million other people there doing what we do. What's our competitive edge? How do we do it better? Well, the quality is the same, fabric's the same, design, it's per style. It's our relationship that we have with the boutique. Because I could tell you every single boutique's their kids' names, if they have pets, I know names of their key customers that shop there. So we get an order from the boutique and we service it and we create as much maximum volume out of that boutique that we can until we can build to that volume level where we're making very high margins. So we make ourselves very accessible to boutiques.
So then how do you go to a new market? One of the things that I talk about is really looking at starting to look more at the center of the country, because I think that's important as well, because everybody's not in LA, you see, or Miami or New York, that there are people, in the middle of the country who are craving fabulous design. And so how do you capture a new marketplace? What kind of research do you do?
That's interesting, because when you first asked about how do you make money,
yes,
we had no idea about the Midwest. If you talk about where our boutiques are in placement, that's what brings the money in for us. We had no idea until we stumbled upon it, because they have Barney's and your department stores, but the way that they edit the collections, I mean, they don't get anything new and fresh.
Sure,
and especially if you're a designer visiting there and doing a trunk show. They love it because they don't get a lot of people coming through there. Flights aren't, they're pretty expensive to go there, to come in.
So that means it's a bigger marketplace because it's not as much competition, I would say.
That's true, yeah.
So that means it's more opportunity. Exactly.
I actually pulled back a little bit from wholesale because I felt like I needed to know who my market was a little better, and I found that when I initially started doing it, I was concentrating on what parents would buy my clothing, what parents, what was their income, what kind of magazines did they read, and that kind of thing. I started doing a lot more retail shows, just trunk shows, just the big craft shows, different design shows, and what I found was that my market are not parents, my market is gift givers. And that was totally new for me. So now I'm starting to look at my product packaging. And I'm starting to look more at, because gift givers aren't, they want to see something and grab it. And so for me, in terms of, market, it can be, a totally different market in terms of person or, locale.
So how quickly did you learn that from what you initially saw? Because you automatically had a market you were targeting.
Yes, I did.
And then you realized this is my existing market that's already...
It probably took me, I would think, about 6 months. I tried to get out there at least every month and do some little show. And then, of course, during the holiday season, I did one show that was a big art show that is kind of hard to get into, and it's been going on for like 30 years. And I did really well there. I don't think not one single parent bought my things. It was all gift givers, aunts, uncles, grandparents. I looked at that and I was like, okay,
that's a major...
parents love my things. For my newsletters, I always get emails back. I get testimonials from parents who have gotten gifts, at their baby showers.
Isn't that a great revelation?
It's wonderful because now I know, what I can, again, prioritizing, what I should place my priorities on in terms of getting that revenue to come in.
So you have to look at your information that you're providing and the way you're communicating in various ways. But like most people, you got to think about who your potential buyers are. Who are these retailers? If they're 1- and 2-door shops, they're just like us around the table.